What's up, y'all? What's good? What's good, man? Let's talk about it, man. It's your big homie, Big Betty, man. Let me sip my cappuccino real quick. Some French vanilla cappuccino. It's real good. First off, uh, I like to give a big. I like to say what I'm saying doesn't apply to everybody, right? First and foremost, if it doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear that motherfucker. This isn't disrespect. See, the thing about, and I'm gonna speak from black perspective because I'm a African American man. I'm indigenous American man. Let me speak from my perspective. We don't talk about nothing to fix problems in our community. The black community or the indigenous community has learned to uh, forget or bury traumas or ignore traumas. That'd be the main thing they do. We as a people have we ignore traumas because for whatever reason, some people might not be strong enough to go through things. Some people might not have the support to get through it. Some people might not have, it could be a multitude of reasons why people, black people don't deal with their traumas. But I'm gonna say one thing: black people need to get help, and a lot of us need to get help. And I just wanted to ask the females because I'm out here, man. I'm a single man, single father. Um, didn't ask to be that way. Uh, coming out of a failed situation, I didn't ask for it to be that way. But you can't make nobody want you. You can't make nobody stay loyal to you. None of that shit. You know what I mean? Um, you can't cry over spilled milk either. So what I want to say is, what what happened to y'all females? It seems like, now, this is not a disrespect or a pot shot at nobody. I'm just going to call an observation. I'm calling it what I see it. It seems like the females have got turned into males. And then same vice versa. It seems like the males are being turned into females. I'm talking about internally. Uh, it used to be back in the day, the females were more the homebody. They were more the stable. They were more, I would say, not wiser, but more structured and shit like that. Women had to hold it down. They had to maintain the families and all that. But I guess over time, they said fuck that shit because they wanted to have some fun or whatever. I don't know what happened exactly. Maybe it was these various movements we have going on, the feminist movements, the alphabet movements, the different movements we have going on that divided us more than anything because it was always people of opposite sex having being together. It was always people of the same sex being together. It was always that, but it was never such a gang organized industrialized movement of division to make people say, "Hey, I'm this, you're that," and I'm this. I get rights. I'm that. You get don't. You don't have rights. You can't do this. You can't do that. That's a big division, and so that's more of a problem than a solution because you always had the choice. It doesn't matter if people were picking on people. People always pick on people. It didn't. You just always had the choice to be with who you wanted to be with. It's always been that way. You just had to keep it a little bit more in the sneak back in the day, and which is possibly a good thing because when you have children, when you have young children, see what people don't realize: sex is for adults. Anything sexual is for male, female, in the private. Well, it's for two consenting adults. I can't even say male and female no more. Anything sexual is for two consenting adults in the privacy of their bedroom, okay, or the privacy of their home. So you can't sit here and just, you know, what I'm trying to say is when you're in the parading that shit, your sexuality in public, kids see that shit. And that's very damaging and harmful for a kid to see anything sexual because children are only supposed to be learning about developing, and they're only supposed to be developing in their younger years and being raised up into to become an adult, and as an adult you mate and you procreate. So if you're trying to raise your children up to be decent citizens in society, it's not good for them to see sexuality. It even goes for heterosexuality. When you're watching a movie and the sex scene, well, put it like this: forget a sex scene because I don't watch those movies around my kids no more. Like R-rated movies. I don't even let them watch R-rated movies anymore. Um, but anyway, when a kissing scene comes on, your kid's gonna turn their eyes, or you're gonna cover their eyes, or they're usually gonna turn their own eyes. They're gonna be like, ew, this and that, because they're too young for anything sexual. And I mean, that's just easy to understand. So when you're out there parading your sexuality, that is bad for the people who are watching. You think it's empowering you and emboldening you. No, you're actually forcing sexuality onto other people, and you're actually making other people uncomfortable, because you could do that freaky wild feather spin shit, whatever y'all do, in your privacy of your house, or you can go to the clubs and do this shit. There's various places where you can go be a grown-up. Don't you shouldn't be in public so proud and loud, because like I said, there's children, your nephews watching, your brothers watching, your cousins watching, your sisters watching. You shouldn't be trying to promote this shit in front of these children. So off of that, women, I just had to put that out there because it's very important. I had to make people understand I'm not against sexuality choices. I'm against promoting sexuality in general, because I don't, other than when I was making music, I don't promote sexuality and stuff like that. I don't make videos about how fat my wife's ass was and all this. I didn't do this stuff. My wife was she's one of the most gorgeous women in the world. I never paraded that online, like try to profit off of that, you know. So miss me with that. And then back to the women, back to y'all, cause I'm out here. I was mingling and jingling and shit for a while. And I wasn't doing that. I was just, entertaining and talking. Just single man, just talking. I wasn't messing around, doing nothing physical, nothing like that, because I don't move that fast. I'm real selective by who I mess around with, because it's very important to be selective. You don't want to just spread yourself with everybody. You don't want to share your energy with everybody. Um, but it seems like the women are doing way more freaky, manly type shit. Like, y'all the ones popping off the one-nighters now. Y'all the ones popping off the threesomes now, because it's you and your homegirls. And y'all, oh, she's horny, you're horny. Shit, both of y'all get some. That's how y'all have let these entertainers and artists demoralize y'all to the point where y'all, God, what have you become? You got a job, but do you have a fucking family? No. You have a boyfriend, but do you have a husband? No. You getting some dick, but do you get the time? No. Because you're going about this all wrong. You're going about it all wrong. You're supposed to elect a man, select a man. Y'all select each other, and then you're supposed to build and marry. You're supposed to get married. And then once you get married, now I'm going to say this. For some of you women who've spread yourself too far and too wide, you're not marryable. I apologize. I don't mean to say that, but you spread yourself out too far and too wide. You're not marriage material no more. Uh, a wife is exclusive. A wife is, some people want their wife to be a virgin, and I know I might sound old school, but no, these children that are coming up, they're all virgins until somebody taints them. So if you raise your child right, raise your child to be a virgin and to be a husband and to be a wife, then we could make a whole legion of people who will be available and suitable to be proper, to be in the mating, uh, in the mating field, in the marriage market. How about raise your child right so they could be a decent husband? How about raise your daughter right so she could be a decent wife? How about that? How about make proper choices? I've heard people saying they're going to do bad stuff and then try to get right later on and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? You are what you do. So the few times, the bunch of times that you do something and you think you got away with it, you only cheated yourself. You only cheated yourself. The world's about tally marks. You put marks on the good side and marks on the bad side. You know how you put the 4 tally marks and you mark it across with the 5th one? Yeah, how many tally marks you got on your good side? How many tally marks you got on the bad side? You better be balanced out, or you better be more good than bad, or else your ass is grass. You don't realize what world you're living in. You think the things that you're doing in the night go unheard? You think the things that you do in the dark don't come to the light? It all does. That's why every time somebody came against me with some bullshit or some accusations or some crazy shit or some this and that, it don't never stick. Because it's always somebody trying to point the finger because they're wrong and they can't look themselves in the mirror. You got to understand, you have to look yourself in the mirror. Take the goddamn lashes off. Take the goddamn weave out. Take the goddamn makeup off. My fellas, take the jewelry off. Take the designer clothes off. All that shit. Look yourself in the mirror. Look in your own eyes. And learn yourself. Then talk to yourself. Then teach yourself. It's your big homie, Big Baddie, man. What happened to everybody, man? It's not just the females I'm talking about. But I just need y'all, and I just love y'all. I'm a man. I still need y'all. So that's why I'm concerning myself. But hey, hopefully we figure it out before it's too late.